Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about Silicon Valley Bank and how its situation affects resellers because it has affected a lot of resellers. So before I go over how it affects resellers, I'm going to go ahead and give you a brief synopsis of what happened. Now, I don't know everything. I have researched the problem a little bit, and I'm not a financial advisor, so do not take anything I say as financial advice. I'm just providing the information as I understand it. For those who do not know, Silicon Valley Bank went bankrupt. And how this happened is a series of events that happened over a period of 48 hours. Now, the root cause was the fact that the bank had disclosed to investors that they needed to raise $2.25 billion in capital to shore up their balance sheets. And when this information was made public, it started a run on the bank. Now, what a bank run is when a mass amount of depositors attempt to withdraw all their funds all at once. And when bank runs happen, and if enough depositors attempt to withdraw their funds all at once, eventually the banks run out of liquid cash available and are unable to cover the withdrawals. And when this happens, they either have to sell assets or collateralize loans or something to cover the withdrawals that are being taken out of the bank. Basically what happened is SV Bank could not cover the withdrawals, and because they couldn't cover the withdrawals and all their obligations that they had to pay, the FDIC stepped in and seized the bank and all of its assets. So the bank is now closed, it's defunct, it's gone, and the FDIC is now in control of the bank. Now basically what's going to happen is the FDIC is going to attempt to sell the bank, its assets, to cover all of the accounts. Now, for those who do know, the FDIC does insure certain accounts up to $250,000. So those people who have insured deposits are going to get their money back. But those accounts that have over $250,000 or aren't insured by the FDIC, it's kind of up in the air how much money they are actually going to get back. Hopefully, they're going to get all of it, but there's no guarantee of that. According to the FDIC, they're not even sure how much money people are going to get back, other than the insured deposits. So how does this affect resellers? Well, some selling platforms have routed their deposits and their payments through Silicon Valley Bank. And the platform that was affected the most, that I can tell, was Etsy, because Etsy routed the deposits that they sent to sellers through the Silicon Valley banking system. And when the bank went defunct, they could no longer send deposits through that system. So Etsy has to find a different network to send the deposits to sellers. Now, Etsy sellers do not need to panic. Etsy says they are working on the problem and all the sellers are going to get their money. It just might be a little later than it usually is. Now, for those who buy on Etsy, as far as I know, you can still buy things on Etsy. That part was not affected, and your sellers will get the orders as you place them. The only thing that was affected was the seller deposits. Now, as far as other platforms are concerned, I'm not sure if any other platform was affected majorly. I'm pretty sure a lot of them were affected in some way, but eBay is still working as far as I know. Whatnot is currently up, and Poshmark is currently up as far as I know. I might be wrong, but right now, I don't have any reason to believe that those platforms are down and people are getting their money. Now, if you have any questions about how Silicon Valley Bank affected your particular selling platform, you can contact the technical support of your selling platform. I will try and link them in the description. I also have links to news stories in the description of this video as well. So go ahead and take a look at those links as well if you have any questions or if you would like more information about Silicon Valley Bank. And that is all I have for you in this video, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.